Good afternoon. Welcome. It's wonderful to be here with you all today. I'm Dr. Monique Rocca, and I serve as Warner College's Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. By authorization of the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System and the Colorado State University faculty, I declare the 132nd commencement of the Warner College of Natural Resources and the 140th commencement year of Colorado State University to be in session. To begin our ceremony, please join Maddie Flanagan from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Ricky Frierson, and I serve as Warner College of Natural Resources Assistant Dean of Diversity and Inclusion. Yes. As a land-grant institution, Colorado State University honors the indigenous inhabitants of our local areas by opening this event with our university land acknowledgement. With this acknowledgement, we recognize the long history of Native peoples and nations that lived and stewarded the land where the university now resides. Almost. And we also recognize the importance of raising awareness of the contributions that indigenous people make in natural resources, research, education, and management. As the College of Natural Resources, we strive to provide a voice for everyone impacted by natural resource policies and aim to ensure multiple perspectives are considered in decisions that affect our environment. Please direct your attention to Colorado State University's land acknowledgement on the screens above the arena, which serves as a reminder and call to action for building inclusive excellence within our associated fields of natural resources. Thank you.
Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
Now I'd like to introduce our platform party. As I introduce each person, I will ask them to rise and remain standing through the introductions. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Dr. John Moore, Director, Natural Resource Ecology Lab. Dr. David Anderson, Director, Colorado Natural Heritage Program. Matt McCombs, Director, Colorado State Forest Service. Nicole Stafford, Director, Environmental Learning Center. Mr. Rocky Coleman, Master Instructor Emeritus, Department of Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Mr. Ed Warner, alumnus, Warner College of Natural Resources. Dr. Ricky Frierson, Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion, Warner College of Natural Resources. Claire Walther, Graduating Senior, Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Dr. Mike Fitz, alumnus, Warner College of Natural Resources. Dr. Ed Hall, Professor, Department of Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Dr. Brett Bruyere, Professor, Department of Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Dr. Eric Toman, Head, Department of Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Dr. Chris Myrick, Professor, Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Dr. Rick Astor, Head, Department of Geosciences. Mr. Eric Ray, Vice President, Human Resources. Dr. Sean Bingham, Director, University Honors Program. Dr. Marion Underwood, Provost and Executive Vice President, Colorado State University. Dr. Alonzo Aguirre, Dean, Warner College of Natural Resources. Let us recognize this group. Please take this moment to help me recognize our soloist, Maddie Flanagan, and our quintet, Big Thompson Brass. Let's also take a moment to recognize our ASL interpreters, Sarah McCaddy and Gray Michaels. Be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome forward Dean Aguirre to welcome you all and to introduce our honored alumnus and invited speaker, Mike Fitz.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Dr. Roca, members of the Platform Party, distinguished faculty members, esteemed guests, and of course, awesome students graduating today. First of all, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the Ram mothers, not only for CSU, but the world. Thank you. You know, we wouldn't be here without them, right? So, as we gather here today, we find ourselves enveloped in a spirit of celebration, gratitude, and reflection. This moment marks a significant milestone in your journey. Accumulation of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Today we come together to honor not only your academic achievements, but also your unwavering commitment to the conservation of biodiversity and the stewardship of our natural world. Each one of you sitting here represents the epitome of hope and promise for our planet's future. You are the frontrunners of change, the custodians of our precious ecosystems, and the champions of sustainability. As you embark on this new chapter of your lives, please carry with you the values and principles instilled in you during your time at Warner College. The world we inhabit is facing unprecedented challenges, from the impacts of climate change to the continuous loss of biodiversity. However, there lies an opportunity for transformation, for innovation, and for collective action. As we commemorate the International Day of Biodiversity on May 22nd this year, under the theme Be Part of the Plan, let us reaffirm our commitment to safeguarding our planet's species and ecosystem. No better than Warner Rams to do that moving forward. Whatever your future professional and career paths will lead you, as scientists, foresters, wildlife biologists, planners, policymakers, teachers, veterinarians, or even roles as community members, I want you to remember that you can make a difference and change people's attitudes toward how we perceive our environment. Each of you has taken a unique path to reach this moment, whether you join us straight from high school, transfer from other institutions, or serve in the military before pursuing your academic endeavors. Your presence here today represents a blend of tradition and innovation, with some following in the footsteps of your previous generations, like your parents or grandparents, as we continue seeing year after year. For you, some of you, it's a new territory, as first in your families to attend college. Roughly 25% of Warner Rams are first in their families to go to college. I can tell you by experience, being first-generation American and first-gen college graduate, that the journey we've taken is transformational, not only for us, but for our families, communities, and the planet as well. As you step into leadership roles within the realm of natural resources, encompassing disciplines from geosciences to wildlife conservation, and from ecosystem science to forest management and their human dimensions, remember that your impact extends far beyond academic boundaries. You have the power to influence attitudes and perceptions toward environmental stewardship, both locally and globally. Today, I want to acknowledge three crucial groups you have supported or have supported you along the way. The first is your fellow students in Warner College who share the journey with you, stressed with you, learned besides you, and traveled through all the adventures here at CSU. Many of those people moved from being strangers to being friends and colleagues. Indeed, some of those former strangers will be your closest friends for the rest of your life. Graduating students, I invite you to say thanks to the friends sitting beside you and give them a high five. Secondly, our esteemed faculty and staff, a world-class group of scientists, educators, and committed individuals whose dedication to teaching and mentorship has empowered you to reach your full potential. Their guidance has equipped you with the knowledge and the skills needed to make meaningful contributions to your field. Will the faculty and staff please stand so we can recognize you and thank you for all you do for our students. Lastly, the parents, spouses, friends, cousins, sisters, brothers, communities who have provided unwavering support, encouragement, and belief in your abilities needing to reach the finish line. Your collective support network has been instrumental in shaping the individuals you are today. They lent a helping hand when you needed it. They offer congratulations when you achieve great goals or fantastic grades or finish your projects. Will the family and friends of our graduates please stand and be recognized so we can thank you for everything you have done. This afternoon, we have a great opportunity to gain a bit more perspective as you transition from this part of your relationship with Warner College. I'd like to introduce you all to our honored guest, Mike Fitz. He's retired after a career of 32 years with the Gates Rubber Company in Denver. He's a 1972 graduate from the College of Forestry and Natural Resources, now known Warner College of Natural Resources here at Colorado State University, with a degree in wildlife biology and a minor in rangeland management. He served in the U.S. Army in Germany from 73 to 76, where he acquired the skills to be an accomplished ski mountaineer, resulting in ski descents from over 50 peaks, over 14,000 feet in elevation in Europe, Alaska, Colorado, and the Pacific Northwest. Currently, Michael and his brother Howie, also a wildlife biology graduate, are deeply involved in wildlife conservation and habitat restoration in their native state of Nebraska. As significant supporters and donors to the largest habitat conservation group in the U.S., Pheasants Forever, they are purchasing farmland, taking it out of production to return to the natural grasslands, and donating it to be managed as grasslands and eventually opened for public access. Michael and Howie have also established an endowment for the Warner College of Natural Resources to support a graduate student in the field of conservation on private lands. Michael continues to enjoy skiing, hunting, hiking, golf, and global adventure travel. Please join me to welcome Mike Fitz.
Thank you, Dean Aguirre. Thank all of you for having me here. I'm just honored to be with you on this great day. And congratulations to all of the graduates, and welcome family and friends. And also happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So it's great for me to be back here in Moby Arena. You know, I can't remember the last time I was here, but I can sure remember the first time. November 7th, 1969. I was here to see a concert from a band that maybe some of you have heard about, the Rolling Stones, right here on this stage. So, by the way, that ticket, even back then, we thought it was a little steep. It was $6 for the concert ticket. So anyway, I'm also here to represent my brother Howie, and he couldn't be here because he has an out-of-town commitment. But as mentioned before, both he and I are graduates in wildlife biology, and we have minors in range and forest management. When we were asked to speak here by Danielle Young, she's Managing Director of Development for Warner College, we wondered, why us? After graduation, we did not work in our field of natural resources at all. We didn't attain advanced degrees, and we didn't become professors, and so on. So why us? But she thought our story was unique and an example of a different way to utilize our degrees. When Howie and I graduated, we both had the same goals that probably most of you have right now, and that is to go to work immediately in the natural resource field. But then life happened. Immediately after I graduated, I was drafted into the Army in December 1972 and spent 3 years in the Bavarian Alps of Germany. When Howie graduated, he joined me in Germany and worked as a civilian in the mountain resort of Berchtesgaden. This unexpected life interruption changed our lives again as we went on to become accomplished ski mountaineers with many ski descents in the Alps, Alaska, Colorado, right here in the Pacific Northwest. But after being away for those several years from the technical knowledge that we received at CSU, our paths did not return to the original goal of careers in natural resources. I worked for 32 years in sales and marketing at Gates in Denver, and Howie worked right here in Fort Collins as a lumber broker for 30 years. But during that time, our love for nature actually grew. We continued to enjoy hunting upland birds and waterfowl in our native state of Nebraska, and enjoy outdoor adventures all around the world, from trekking in the high Andes of Peru to bicycling over the highest passes in the Alps. But as we matured into our 60s, we wondered how we can give back. We noticed and became alarmed at the rapid disappearance of grasslands and wildlife habitat in areas where we used to hunt for decades in Nebraska, Kansas, and the Dakotas. Intensive farming was taking over everywhere. 93% of the natural prairie is gone. So we decided to do our small part to increase wildlife habitat where we could. Over the last 5 years, we've been purchasing farmland in western Nebraska and converting it back to natural prairie and into wildlife and pollinator habitat. 50 years. 50 years after graduating from CSU, we are finally putting our wildlife degrees to work. So, Howie and I both agree we should have paid more attention in our range management classes while we were here. It has been very complex to reestablish a diverse habitat that is good for a wide range of wildlife, including insects such as threatened bees and monarch butterflies, while also improving the watershed and providing a carbon sink. The final step of our project is we've donated these land parcels to the leading habitat conservation group in the country, and that's Pheasants Forever. It'll be managed by them as natural prairie and open to public access forever. So the education we received here and the hands-on experiences, particularly at that time, Pingree Park, now the CSU Mountain Campus, changed and enhanced our core values concerning our love for nature and the outdoors. This internal change has stayed with us our entire lifetime. We've actually been using our degrees to some extent every day. You know, Howie and I both are in our 70s now, but our passion for the habitat, the environment, and wildlife has never been stronger. Our only regret is we didn't start trying to do this stuff 10 years earlier. There's so much more to be done. So Howie and I are thankful for that life experience from the Pingree Park and our education here, that we've given back to Warner College with a fully endowed fellowship to support graduate students' research for conservation on private lands. You may have experienced much the same thing as we did when we graduated over 50 years ago. It seemed like we were being prepared to work for a government agency that managed public lands, like Forest Service, BLM, Park Service, state fish and game agencies, and so forth. But it seems like but the problem is that 80% of the land is in the United States is privately owned. And we saw a great need to focus on private lands conservation. We need to do a better job of understanding and managing the balance of land utilization and conservation. So Warner College has also been family to us. Over the last several years, we have reunited with our student advisor of 50 years ago, Professor Dale Hine. He had doubts about our future at the time, but he's proud of us now as we're finally using our degrees. In addition, we've had contacts with Professor Gene Decker, whose communication skills we learned decades ago and have used our entire lifetime, and more recently, Professor Del Benson, whose private land stewardship studies and principles have guided us. Howie and I know we're all fortunate to have studied in this field. It changes you and is much more than just learning the skill. Whether you get a job in natural resources right after graduation today, or later, or never, as what happened to us, there are many ways to utilize what you have learned. We are able to close the loop 50 years later. In closing, we challenge you to become leaders in promoting change in this critical time of need for our planet. You can make a difference. Your journey begins today, and it'll probably surprise you of how it evolves as it did for us. That is our story. What will yours be? Enjoy the journey. Congratulations and good luck. Thank you, Warner College.
Thank you, Mike. That was just a wonderful story to hear. And now I invite Dr. Sean Bingham, Director of the University Honors Program, to come forward and recognize our University Honors students, Latin Distinction graduates, and Honors Society initiates.
Thank you. That is a very tough act to follow, so I will do my best. I'm going to go off script just for a second to echo Happy Mother's Day and say to all of the students, echoing the Dean and Mr. Fitz's comments, to the extent that you are going to do honorable work, stewardship, conservation, preparing everyone else to respect land for the future, you are all, I'm waving my wand, you're all honor students today, moms, so happy Mother's Day to moms. You have an honor student. Be honorable, you are doing honorable work. The candidates for University Honors Scholar must complete a program of academic excellence, which includes honors seminars, honors courses in the major, and a senior honors thesis, while achieving at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average. These scholar candidates are wearing green regalia And those with gold cords are also candidates for graduation with Latin distinction. This semester we have 24 graduates from University Honors Program in Warner. Will you please stand and remain standing as your name is called? From the Department of Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, Madeline Boyles, Lucas Roy, McKenna Skokos, Bodie Spinner, Jana Stitch, Cameron Toller. From the Department of Forest and Rangeland Stewardship, Emma Hallibert. From the Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology, Justin Arndt. Elliot Bada. Kendall Barasley. Jordan Blaha. Leah Bradstreet. Tomas Dardis. Riley Dills. Madeline Hastedt. Sydney Monson. Daniel Rice. Mina Scherer. Emily Charrier. Kelsey Sonius. From the Department of Geosciences, Kisa Hollangoon. And from the Department of Human Dimensions of Natural Resources, Bianca Blasquez, Kira Dart, and Morgan Murphy. Congratulations. All right, you can be seated. Now we're going to recognize our candidates of distinction. These graduates symbolize the academic achievements of approximately the upper 10% of today's degree recipients. Under the policy of the Faculty Council, candidates for distinction are determined as follows. Those with the designation of summa cum laude constitute approximately the top 1% of the class. Those designated with magna cum laude constitute approximately the next 3%. Those designated cum laude constitute approximately the next 6% of the class. The students who have been nominated to these distinctions are wearing gold robes or green robes with gold cords and will be identified separately as they receive their diplomas. Please stand now as a group to be recognized. All right, thanks. You may be seated. Additionally, scholastic achievement and professional potential are recognized by various national honor societies. Select members of the 2024 graduating class have been recognized for their achievements through the initiation into the Chi Sigma Pi. Chi Sigma Pi is the only national honor society which recognizes students in forestry and all natural resource areas, students who have maintained excellent academic records and who exhibit outstanding potential for success in their specific professional areas are invited for membership. You will recognize these graduates by their green, white, and gold stoles. Will the initiates of Chi Sigma Pi please stand and be recognized? Congratulations.
Our master's and PhD candidates officially received their degrees on Friday in a separate ceremony. However, we want to say a special congratulations to those graduates. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize any first-generation graduates. You are a testament to the power of a land-grant university, and we celebrate your contributions to our community. Will first-generation students and their families please stand and be recognized? At this time, I would also like to recognize any student veterans graduating today wearing a white robe, a white stole. Will those who have or are currently serving our nation please stand? Now I'd like to welcome the Provost and Executive Vice President of Colorado State University, Dr. Marian Underwood, to share her remarks to the class.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear Rams, congratulations. In earning a college degree, you have done something remarkable that sets you apart in the world. There's a particular quote by the late President John F. Kennedy that I often think about during commencement when I look out on students like you who are in their caps and gowns, excited for what lies ahead. President Kennedy said, "Increased responsibility goes with increased ability," or, "Of those whom much is given, much is required." President Kennedy used versions of that quote many times in his speeches. It reflected a theme in his life for giving back and a desire to inspire others to give back. As you prepare to celebrate your amazing accomplishments and pursue your career, remember, you face a world that's filled both with great promise and immense conflict, and much will be required of you. You've come a long way to be here today. You earned this. And no doubt it was not always an easy road to travel. But here you are. As future leaders and change makers, you give us hope that we can lift humanity and improve quality of life in our environment for all. I'll close with an excerpt from a speech President Kennedy gave in 1963 when he spoke to a group of youth. He said, "I come here today not just because you all are doing well and because you are outstanding students, but because we expect something of you. We ask the best of you. I congratulate you on what you've done, and most of all, I congratulate you on what you are going to do. Warner College of Natural Resource Scholars, we ask the best of you. Everything you've done to this point matters. Everything you will do in your lives this day forward will matter, and I congratulate you on what you are going to do." Dina Gary, please join me at the podium to officially present your graduating class for conferral of their degrees.
Provost Underwood, it is my distinct honor to present you the candidates for Warner College of Natural Resources for the baccalaureate degree. They have completed all requirements for the Bachelors of Science that have been established by the university. The college and the departments, will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise?
It's all of you. Warner College of Natural Resources graduating class of 2024, it is now time for me to confer your degrees. It is my sincere honor to formally declare, on behalf of and with the authority of the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the Bachelor of Science degree on each of you, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Graduates, you may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations to the Warner College graduates of 2024.
Would the department marshals please escort the graduates to the front of the stage to receive their diplomas? Would Provost Underwood, Dean Aguirre, and Dr. Ed Hall please come forward to congratulate our graduates?
The department, is this working? The Department of Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Department Representative Ed Hall, please come up. Hannah Elizabeth Huber, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Grace Ann Galick, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Zoe Grace Harbor, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Dakota Stephen Zapp, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Chase T. Glick, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Christy Mae Davis, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Matthew Ryan Woodworth, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. William Brian Johnson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Lucas Andrew Roy, Watershed Science, summa cum laude. Cameron J. Tolar, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Yana P. Stitch, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, magna cum laude. Madzi Ruth Boyles, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Flannery Stevens, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Emily Quinn Johnson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability and Natural Resource Tourism, summa cum laude. Gabriela Julianne Guerrero, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Nathan Ian Thompson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Ian Thomas Wilson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Alexander J. Lage, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Joseph Alexander Valenta, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Jameson Cruz Lerma, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Sophie Ann Strausser, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, summa cum laude. Haley Marina Mendoza, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Kayla Lynn Finley, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Shelby M. Mead, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, summa cum laude. Anna L. Hall, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Sean Leonard Brandell, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Ashley Marie Ducharme, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. McKenna Skokos, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Michaela Winter Matier, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Jed Ari Lichtenstein, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Bodie J. Spinner, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. River Soleil Blessing, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, summa cum laude. Joshua Allen Erickson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. David Fraser Sunstead, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Kai S. Perkins, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Sydney Claire Hope, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Sarah C. Daniel, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Lily Ray Nelson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Chiara Piera, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Emily Orozco, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Evan Bandor, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Grant Sampson, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Evan James Troost, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Grayson W. Lewis, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Grace Estes Khan, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Alec Jackson Garcia, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Grant Skinner, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Sierra Amber Flood, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. John Patrick Border, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Max Kubelka, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Tanner J. Wenzel, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Ryan Jonathan Pawlowski, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Liam Eli Milton, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, cum laude. Jared Cole Logan, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Mitchell Frank Dilger, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Calvin Michael Schultz, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, summa cum laude. L. B. Wegner, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Charlotte Susan Wolf, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability and Political Science. Monica Paswitz, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Nicole Marie Mister, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Hannah Elizabeth Turk, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Ashlyn K. Romine, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. Gabriela Maria Vieira, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability, magna cum laude. Benjamin A. Schwartz, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability. The Department of Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Would Department Head Eric Toman please come up? Michael A.F. Paletta, Natural Resources Management. Zachary Paul Vargas, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Paul Michael Davy Pisano, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Derek Russell Conlon, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Kyle Nicholas Saavedra, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Jared Douglas Ross, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Alec Ronald Parrish, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Jake Andrew Towner, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Abby Jean Lapone, Natural Resources Management. Amanda Louise Calbo, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Krista Rebecca Leaders, Natural Resource Management. Emmy Ann Faith Kreider, Natural Resource Management. Emma Louise Yeager, Natural Resource Management. Keegan Mary Parrish, Natural Resource Management. Mara Gahn, Restoration Ecology, cum laude. Emma T. Riskin, Restoration Ecology. Carolina Juliana Vida, Restoration Ecology. Eliza May Bohinski, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Madeline Quinn Sweeney, Natural Resource Management. Tessa Claire Gazer, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Jacob Logan Houston, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Taryn Kimbry Dowden, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Allison C. Villard, Natural Resources Management. Caden Rhett Shales, Natural Resource Management. Elias Michael Harding, Restoration Ecology. Grant Amerson Freed, Restoration Ecology. Zachary Kyle Phillips, Restoration Ecology. Jason Lucas Wong, Restoration Ecology, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Williams, Restoration Ecology, magna cum laude. John Harold Ramstead II, Ecosystem Science and Sustainability and Restoration Ecology, magna cum laude. Parker Tyler, Restoration Ecology. Bailey Nicole Caldwell, Restoration Ecology. Caitlin Grace Branson, Restoration Ecology. Jace Terry Wazlowski, Fire and Emergency Services Administration, cum laude. Kevin Thomas Anselman, Natural Resources Management. John Patrick Watson, Natural Resource Management. Emiliano Tonatiu Valseca, Natural Resource Management. Colton Eugene Arnspiger, Natural Resources Management. Jeremy Tristan Groves, Natural Resources Management. Gunnar J. Knox, Natural Resources Management. Jackson Dane Haggerty, Natural Resource Management. Jacob J. Nuanis, Natural Resources Management. Haley Young, Natural Resources Management, cum laude. Graham Miller, Natural Resources Management. Riley Annika Axmit, Natural Resources Management, cum laude. Madeline Nicole Menard, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship. Emma Grace Hallibert, Forest and Rangeland Stewardship, summa cum laude. The Department of Geosciences, with Department Head Rick Astor, please come up. Pablo Argudello, Geology. Tia Elizabeth Tarka, Geology. Eli Crocker, Geology. Jules Day Butchko, Geology. Muhammad Al-Suti, Geophysics. Hunter Joseph Broder, Geology. Claire Pickerel, Geology. Kiros T.C. Kasner, Geology. Margaret Victoria Windingstad, Geology. Megan Alexandra Pasquale, Geology. Noah Jazz Dayton, Geology. Adam James Rang, Geology. Tucker J. Chapin, Geology. Kaisa Rain Holland Goon, Geology, cum laude. Tegan Rose Pierce, Geology, cum laude. Samuel Robert Limbrick, Geology. Philip J. Kondracki and Gator, Geology. The Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Would Department Representative Chris Myrick please come up? Claire Walther, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Nicholas Ryan Jagum, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Sarah Jean McMacken, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Noah Robert Frank, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Gunnar Wynn Tribblehorn, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Lily Ann Wagoner, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Caroline Jane Smith, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Abby Elizabeth White, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Maximus J. Gorham, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Benjamin Galelet Batengan, Stapp, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Lance Modesto Candelaria, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Zime Maria Lee, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, magna cum laude. Madeline G. Hested, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Finnegan, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, cum laude. Hallie B. DeWalt, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Jordan Nicole Blaha, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Gabriel D. Christensen, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Tyler William Erickson, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Jack Koch Allen, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Rihanna M. Zinn, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, cum laude. Daniel Aaron Rice, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Tomas David Dardis, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Ethan Francis Pelletier, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Justin Bridger Arndt, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, magna cum laude. Ethan Clifton Hobbs, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Justice Noel Rogers, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Michael Freihout, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Sutton Mackenzie Ballard, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Juliana Elizabeth Marino, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Ava G. Keller, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Hannah Vaughn Heindel, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Jerome Carl Salalila Cruz, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Isabella Angeline Burt, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Riley E. Dills, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, cum laude. Riley Alexa Halford, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Kelsey Sonias, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology, magna cum laude. Gray McCoy, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Cole Patrick Trumbull, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Katie E. Tucker, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Emma Jean Shuey, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Myra Aziz, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Joanna P. Manna, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Darius Alexander Paul Mays, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Jack Callum Small, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Ethan Michael Powers, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Matthew Cole, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Clayton T. Jensen, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Seth B. Hibbard, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Liam J. Robenheimer, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Hannah Joy Mertz, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Sydney Isabel Munson, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Megan A. Shaver, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Zachary Taylor Robertson, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Aaliyah Marie Iverson, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Leah Celeste Bradstreet, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Taylor Bitzer, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. Elliot Theodore Danger Bata, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Nell Claire Ross, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Annalise Fulmer, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Daniel Eric Milton Jr., Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Perla Rodriguez, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Colton Michael Distel, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Aspen Summer Grady, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Mina Ray Shearer, Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology, summa cum laude. Kalia Jade Cruz, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Alyssa Jane Levy, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Elias Castaneda, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Tyler J. Lovato, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. August Benno Ruhr, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Luke Joshua Cruz, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Quinn Robert Nicholas Lashua. Oh. Fish, Wildlife, Conservation Biology. The Department of Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Would Department Representative Brett Briere please come up? Hayden Buck Shields, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Leo Blue Farrell, Natural Resource Tourism. Justin James McCready, Natural Resource Tourism. Jacqueline Valenzuela, Natural Resource Tourism. Mariah Lynn Deschamps, Natural Resource Tourism. Jeffrey Tyler Schmidt, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Ezra Sloan Fenner, Natural Resource Tourism. Brennan Wyeth Cole, Natural Resource Tourism. Aiden Thomas Tolnai, Natural Resource Tourism. Jack D. Arnott, Natural Resource Tourism. Allison Elizabeth Frenzen, Natural Resource Tourism. Leela Jean Gaborio, Natural Resource Tourism. Allie Marie Beilman, Natural Resource Tourism. Haley Grace DeYoung, Natural Resource Tourism. Jackson K. Kramer, Natural Resource Tourism. Trevor Allen Westcoat, Natural Resource Tourism. Blake Robert Bayless, Natural Resource Tourism. William Blake Economist, Natural Resource Tourism. Jesse Williams Zuckerberg, Natural Resource Tourism. Sloan Noel Pyle, Natural Resource Tourism. Halen R. Hody, Natural Resource Tourism. Ashley Lambert, Natural Resource Tourism. Caitlin Rose Wild, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Ashlyn M. Allenbach, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Katya A. Ostapowicz, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Simon James Patrick Wakely, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Ryan Benford Fry, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Annika Marguerite Lambert, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources, cum laude. Bianca Elizabeth Blasquez, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources, magna cum laude. Grace Rose Ralston, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Kira Mina Dart, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Morgan Olivia Murphy, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources, cum laude. Julia Shannon Murfeld, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Keaton Jean Holmes, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Riley Elaine Martin, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Ethan John Harrington, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. Skylar A. Culligan, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources. David Kyle Martin, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources, cum laude. Venezia Elizabeth Mumford, Human Dimensions of Natural Resources.
One more congratulations to our newest Warner College alumni. At this time, I would like to invite to the podium Claire Walther, graduating senior, Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology, to deliver the graduating senior address.
Good afternoon. Warner College friends, family, and graduates. I am beyond honored and overwhelmingly humbled to be standing before you all today. What an incredible collection of people. My name is Claire Walther, and I am a proud Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology graduate. But something else you should know about me is that I consider myself directionally challenged. In other words, I have a shocking propensity for getting lost. On every backpacking trip, I hike extra miles for all the forks in the path I am forced to backtrack. Driving down Prospect in the evenings, I never fail to miss my turn, no matter my destination. I definitely didn't pass the map reading module at the mountain campus. Yet somehow, I find myself here. As we transition from one trophic level, one life stage to the next, we are forced to reflect on our own navigational capacities. Before I offer you any unsolicited advice, let's take a moment to collectively exist. If you all humor me, I would like it if everyone could just take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it out slowly. Thank you. Collective breaths, common experiences, cooperative mindsets, relationships we make when we share space, knowledge, and breath. These are the foundations we carry with us no matter where and who and how and what we go on to be tomorrow. Community is the key component of biology, beginning billions of years ago when the most precocious unicellular organisms got together and boom, evolution, essentially. So I offer you this first piece of unsolicited advice. Be more like lichen. Lichen literally defined symbiosis. Scientists traced the etymology of this mutualistic phrase back to its origins in biology and found that it was first used to describe the relationship between fungi and algae to make something different, something better. Fungus forms a backbone, and algae photosynthetically functions as lungs. Together they breathe and grow and create tapestries in almost every biome across the globe. Lichen serves as our indicator lungs. Where we go to heal, lichen heals. Where we dismantle ecosystems, push industrial pollution, lichen, like us, struggles to breathe. So be more like lichen. Recognize when you are struggling to breathe, when your neighbors are struggling to breathe, which of your neighbors are struggling to breathe and why, and use that knowledge to strengthen your ecosystem, your community. My second piece of unsolicited advice is simple. Don't buy hermit crabs. If you Google hermit crabs, the internet will likely inform you of their 1 to 2 year lifespan and offer you an Amazon ad for a tiny plastic container of a cage. Dive a little deeper and you might discover that these socially complex arthropods actually exist in colonies of thousands, roam miles, require fresh fruit and brackish water and an open ocean. They can live for decades, don't breed in captivity, and are harvested from their natural environments in the global south for pet trade pleasure. in the West. It's okay if you didn't know that. But now, you choose what you do with that knowledge. Knowledge cannot be owned, and the status quo cannot remain stagnant. The hermit crab trade relies on one economy, fueled by monopolies capitalizing on two, the public perception of the issue, uninformed and unsupported by three, policy that allows for the harvest of these species in the millions. We are the bridges, the knowledge holders. We can change policy, hear the people, steer the economy. Don't shame your friends for having crabs. Tell them that you once had crabs too. Find that common ground and make a pact to treat any current crabs as royalty. Then, as a community, make the collective decision not to buy any more tomorrow. That is power. My final bit of advice is the most severe. Wear a helmet. I know for a fact that y'all are out there skiing and snowboarding and rafting and top roping and ice climbing and longboarding and mountain biking and road biking around campus, so please, for the love of Umi, just wear a helmet. Helmets are cool. In a very literal sense, many of us have just spent tens of thousands of dollars on our brains. In a metaphorical sense, helmets represent our willingness to be brave by looking a little silly. If we are afraid to mess up our hair, to get lost, to look like nerds, if we are afraid to fail, what we fail to do is find ourselves. My brain has a shocking propensity for getting lost. Lost in theory, in passion, in the overwhelming needs of a global community struggling to breathe. Ecosystems are composed of intricately linked and often indivisible parts, from the most charismatic megafauna to overlooked aquatic invertebrates. Egos and radical individualism run far too rampant in our culture, where the interconnectedness is integral. Underserved communities sitting lower in the socioeconomic echelon, individuals who identify as something other than the dominant caste, and our neighbors in the global south disproportionately feel the impacts of our lack of communication, empathy, relationality. We, as scientists, knowledge holders, academics and activists, lifelong learners and humans, we have the responsibility to recognize these trends and go forth into tomorrow with the motivation to make something different, something better. We are all integral parts of our ecosystems. With the weight of the world burdening our well-educated shoulders, I offer you one additional piece of unsolicited advice. Get lost. If your gut says to turn there, turn there. Google Maps doesn't know where your niche is. Invest in your community, emphasize relationships, invite others to the table, and when they get there, hand them a helmet so you can look like nerds together. Maybe you feel directionally challenged at times, but community will hold you together like the fungi to your algae. It will help you breathe easier, and you can always find yourself in it. I guarantee that right now, we are all exactly where we need to be. Congratulations to our incredible community, Warner College Class of 2024.
Wow, Claire, that was memorable, and I think it will be that. I'm never going to think of Lycan again without thinking of you. That was awesome. Thanks so much. Would Dean Aguirre now please come forward to provide our closing remarks?
I can't follow that act. In fact, Provost Underwood just told me it's the best speech he ever heard. So, thank you. And probably many of us have. It has been a wonderful afternoon of celebration. This little pup. You should be so proud and excited. Let's have another round of applause to all of our wonderful Warner grants. As we have said before, you represent a generation characterized by passion, creativity, and steadfast commitment to making a positive impact on the world, making the planet a better home for everyone, for all species, and for future generations. You will make a difference moment to moment, day to day, year to year, to transform our society to build a more sustainable, equitable, and compassionate world. I believe you can and must take advantage of these opportunities to act now and contribute to these important challenges. Your generation is uniquely positioned to drive transformative change, employing innovative nature-based solutions and transcending disciplinary boundaries. Just briefly want to mention that during my tenure as Dean, we have worked together to redefine our college strategic plan, New Heights of Impact, emphasizing the need for transdisciplinary approaches to address complex environmental issues. Your active involvement in this process reflects your dedication to effective positive change and breaking down institutional barriers. We are addressing the growing need to diversify our programs and create inclusive environments for everybody, so that we can engage all peoples and communities in environmental, natural resources, science, and management. We will continue to foster a healthy culture by providing an exceptional, positive, supportive, safe, and fulfilling place to learn and work and cultivate and grow crucial resources. We will not have been able to create this exciting new plan for our future without your engagement, a testament for your can-do attitude and interest in engaging. Thank you all for helping us shape a plan that will take Warner College to new heights of impact and continue to better serve the students who come up behind you. It has been a privilege to serve you as your dean, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude for each of you for your contributions to our college community. As you embark on new adventures, carry the spirit of Warner College with you, and remember that you have the power to implement change wherever your path will take you. Please stay connected, engage with us, join the Alumni Association, and carry your RAM pride forward to the rest of our lives. Wishing you all the best as your purpose, your dreams and aspirations. Stay connected, and above all, continue to make a difference in the world. Congratulations, and may your journey ahead be filled with achievements and success. Go, Warner Rams.
Let us now please stand and join Maddie Flanagan in singing the Colorado State University alma mater.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting.
You can sit down again. Congratulations again to our graduates, and thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Families and guests, please remain seated as the platform party, faculty, and then the graduates exit. Graduates, please follow your department marshal back to the auxiliary gym. You can then meet your guests outside at the Moby Arena North entrance. This concludes our ceremony.